AI is slowly seeping into many aspects of our everyday lives. Many will say there are benefits to the technology, while others might be more skeptical. University of Winnipeg professor Peter Denton is taking a close look at AI in the education system and its consequences on society. It's the topic of his TED Talk for TEDx Winnipeg, which is happening in May. Joining us now is educator Peter Denton. Good morning, Peter.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to get to the rocks in a little bit, because that's the first question I asked when you came in. What's with the rocks? But let's just talk about why. You've been an educator for a long, long time. Yeah. You've seen how and why technology has changed the way students learn, the way educators present the information they're teaching. How have you seen those changes in your time there, and what has it all meant to you?
Well, I remember starting at the University of Winnipeg when I had to handwrite my essays on essay paper, or use very bad typing on a correctable typing paper. And you know, I remember when spell check meant pulling out a dictionary.
Right.
You know? So I've seen a lot of changes in the use of technology. And of course, that is in quotation marks, because a pencil is technology. So we see the increase of computerized technology and electronic things, which we tend to think of as the only example of technology in our lives. But I find going back to teach at the place where I actually studied has been really an interesting experience, because it's the same kinds of students as I was, only they are given so many more tools to play with. And I think the same basic problem there is, how do you encourage people to think? How do you encourage people to engage their world? How do you encourage people to express themselves clearly? And that doesn't mean pressing a button and saying, "Hey, Grok, answer my paper for me."
Okay.
And that's kind of where we are now.
Okay, so let's go to the rocks now, because this is, in a way, this is technology.
Well, I mean, what I was going to say was, you know, what is this? And of course, it's a rock.
Yeah.
But beyond that, what is it? What is it for? And so we could literally go through a string. I've tried this in rooms where you hand the rock to the next person, and you have to come up with a new idea that no one else has said.
The first thing I said, I'm going to admit this, is I said it was a weapon.
Yeah, not because I did this or anything, but the point would be is that it's still a rock. It's only something different because we think it. Okay, so technology looks like it's in our hands, but it's really in our heads. So what this is could be a weapon. It could be all sorts of things. It could be something that you put a stick on it and becomes a hammer. You could pick up another rock and you could use it to grind that grain, which really tastes bad going down. Add a bit of water, heat the rock, cook that. Now you've got a flatbread. Yeah. Or you could start your own first rock band, or whatever, music or whatever. So it's in your head what uses are to be made of it. So AI is like that. AI is a tool, and in its place, in its purpose, you know, as we choose things that it can be used for, it's useful. So it's not an either-or kind of answer. But right now, everybody is jumping on the bandwagon thinking that AI is the answer to everything, and it is simply not. A hammer is wonderful the first time you use it, because before that, you've been using a rock to drive the nail, or your hand or something. Hammers are wonderful, but don't try to eat soup with them, you know, or cook soup, or do anything else except, I don't know, bang a nail. So AI is kind of like that, and you know, we mistake our understanding of technology when we use AI in that way, because we really are not making good choices. And technology is all about choices. There's nothing inevitable and nothing neutral about technology.
Well, thanks for sharing this with us. Now, the TEDx Winnipeg is happening on May 28th, so if you want to check it out for yourself, you can do that. Thanks, Peter.
Oh, you're welcome.